Hi everyone, on today's episode I'll be trying the droplet effect. Now a few days ago Nicole showed me a photo on Pinterest and said that I should give it a go. So I went online and bought myself a new mould. A cool little frog mould. Now if you guys want to try this one, I'll leave a link in the description of where you can find it. Now I've got to be honest, I'm not too sure how to do this one. Now Nicole seems to think that I'll put UV resin inside of here first, cure it, and then put the resin on top. But I thought that it would be better to pour it first, pop it out, and then put the UV resin on it. So I'm not sure who's right, but I'm going to give it a go both ways to see which one looks better. Now in addition to the water droplets, I'll also be adding some chameleon powder. I'm going to try it purple turquoise red on one and green yellow blue on the other. I think for the first attempt, I'm going to try it Nicole's way. I'm going to take some UV resin, put some drops inside of here, and then cure it with my torch. Now because I want different sized droplets, I'll be using a toothpick to put them down. While adding these drops, it can be hard to figure out where to go next, but there's one thing I found: if you turn your mould upside down, you can see all your little droplets, and that'll make it a lot easier to figure out where to put the next one. Now I'm just going to leave it like that for about 20 minutes to make sure all the UV resin is fully cured. So it's now time to add the colour shift powder, and for this first one I'll be using the green. Now there were a couple of things with this method that I wasn't too happy about. The first one was when I used the applicator too hard, I was pulling the dots off. And the other one, when I was trying to get into the hard to reach places and I was kind of pulling the mould a little bit, a few of the dots also come off. So I'm not too sure if this is the best way, but I guess we're going to find out. So it's now time to mix up my resin, and for that I'll be using some Art Cast Slow Set. Now as we know, when we use colour shifting powders, it's always best for our resin to be a dark colour. So I'll be adding some Phantom Black to the resin to make it nice and dark. Now I'm just going to flame the bubbles off the top here and leave it to cure overnight. Well, it's now the next day. Our resin's nice and hard and it's time to take this frog out of the mould. But we're not going to take a look at it just yet, because what I want to do is pour another one, do the drops my way, and then we can compare the two together. Well, that's definitely a lot easier to put on without the drops in there. Well, even though that was a lot easier without the droplets in there, it's still quite a time-consuming process. It can be a bit difficult getting in all those nooks and crannies. So I guess now the next thing I have to do is mix up some resin, add my black pigment and pour it in. Look at that. That looks nice. Oh no. I've left a toe behind. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, look. One there and one there. Poor little bugger. I'm going to have to glue those back on. Alright, I glued his fingers back on. They all look pretty good. So all I have to do now is get my UV resin and start putting my drops on. Before we check out these frogs, I wanted to let you guys know that if anyone's been after a rover, a cow or a shark, I finished up a few more and they're now available in my store. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check them out. Now let's take a look at these frogs. Are you ready? Here's my version with the drops on top. And are you ready to see Nicole's way? What do you think about that? It's not bad, but I'm not sure if I like it. Which one do you like better? The green or the purple? Let me know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the green one. I just don't know if I like the fact you can't feel the droplets. And I think the droplets on the purple one make the colour shift pop even more. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Now, if there's another technique I can try, please let me know. And also don't forget, let me know which one was your favourite, the green or the purple. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.